I'd like to have an adventure, to seek my fortune and fame. But I think I might get homesick, so I'll just play my video game. I'd like to be in the circus, with lions and tigers to tame. But it seems like too much work, so I'll just play my video game.
What's up, guys? Episode 35, Show for Gamers. I'm Jay, and that's Al. Al's favorite game ever was Fallout 3, and Fallout New Vegas is out. We've been playing it. I put in like 49 hours so far. Al's put in like 30. It's good. You played the first one, Fallout 3. You're going to like this. You're now in the Mojave Desert. Oh, yeah. Super huge. New enemies like geckos and Night Stalkers, new types of super mutants. They did a big overhaul on a lot of stuff. Heavy weapons are out. If it's a gun, it's a gun. If it's a laser gun, it's a laser gun. Same thing with melee stuff. There's new melee weapons, new guns. There's attachments to guns, so you can be upgrading guns as you're playing. They took the whole scavenging thing to a whole nother level where, I mean, in the last one, it's like, oh, I'm going to scavenge for these parts, and I can build, like, a bottle cap mine out of bottle caps and a lunchbox. This one takes it further where you can save shell casings. Your character will automatically do it. You don't need to worry about it. But that way you can break down ammo, build new ammo, recycle ammo you're not using, like energy weapon stuff. You can recycle them. You can power charge them and turn them into better ammo.
Yeah.
So it gives you a lot of ways to, like, make bottle caps and sell. There's tons of factions, and they made a big thing with that. Every faction has a certain... what would you call it? How they feel about you, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Pretty much your reputation within each faction. So, and they all start at neutral and everything. So you can either befriend them and like start being accepted by them, or attack them and be vilified by them and be hated by them, pretty much. And that really affects the course of the game. Is what factions you actually go and kind of work with or take out or attack and stuff like that. It's really a big part of the game.
Yeah. I mean, if there was something in the last game like chems or whatever, oh, MedX, will resist damage for you or whatever. There's even more now. There's also a cooking thing, so you can like make items on campfires and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so they went from pretty much the workbench where you could make, I think it was like 7 or 9 different creatable weapons, to a workbench which you actually build all this other stuff as well. Reload benches,
for
which is all your
and
ammo
ammunition.
and stuff, and then the campfires for all your survival stuff.
Yep.
So it's a lot more to do with that.
Basically, the first part of the game is you exploring a lot and doing little missions piddly here and there, like the first Fallout 3 was kind of like that. In this one, though, once you get to New Vegas and start doing missions there, the scope of the game and the big decisions, you have to start making those. And I feel like the second you get there and start doing that stuff, every subsequent small mission you do, you have in your head how you want stuff to play out more. So where before missions might not be that big to you, they're bigger because you have a larger scope plan, a long-term plan, kind of what you want to do or whatever. The game still has tons of bugs. There's audio bugs where characters will be, hey, I kind of talk like this, and blah, 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 da, 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 and maybe we'll talk later. And then you click goodbye, and they're like, see you later. And all of a sudden their voice is gone.
You're like, what?
And it's like, they'll say hello to you or goodbye to you in like a really fucked up voice that's not theirs. There's also other audio glitches where I've had full paragraphs, and a girl will be like, yeah, that's not the things you were looking for. The paragraph vanishes, and she goes on to the next part. And I'm like,
yeah, they just don't even finish the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, and these are rare, but they still happen.
Yeah.
There's still tons of, especially with scorpions.
Well, yeah, rat screamers have always had a problem with getting stuck in rocks. And
or they'll
ground.
glide, they won't walk.
Yeah, and they still have those problems in this one, majorly.
I've also had raiders become very stretchy and fly around and then become raiders again. Very bizarre stuff that's going on. I've had the game freeze on me a couple times.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else. Also, specifically with the pump action, or not the pump action, the lever action shotgun, I've had it happen with some weapons. And Al's had it when he's crouching and standing.
Yeah.
But with my lever action shotgun, I will unload the entire thing, and when I reload the clip, my character like holds up the gun, becomes kind of jittery, and I have to like stop and like let him like reset himself, and then I can fire. not helpful when I have a super mutant with a sledgehammer running at me.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of bugs. They all can be fixed with updates, and there's already been one update, but I want to see an update a week from Bethesda because I feel they. Do you feel like they rushed this game out?
I think so, because there's so many bugs in this that I feel they could have spent a lot more time on fixing a lot of them.
Yeah.
So
Especially when the bugs occurred in the last game.
Yeah, some of those bugs, like the red script and stuff, it's like you had this already and you still can't figure it out. So either eliminate that creature completely because you can't figure it out, or figure this shit out and fix it, you know?
But again, on the positive side, they took a lot of the downloadable content in Fallout 3 was dealing with having companions with you. Now there are companions all over the wasteland. You can have multiple companions.
Yeah, now you can have more than one with you, and they all have their own perks with them.
Yeah, super helpful. Like the guy I have right now, he's a ghoul, and basically all my equipment, equipment degrades in the game, as you know, if you played Fallouts, and you have to constantly repair stuff. Well, the degrading period of my weapons happens like twice, like slower, basically. So.
Yeah. And I have an iBot with me. My perception is like increased, so I can detect enemies a lot farther distance away and stuff.
So it's cool to have those guys with you. Sometimes they come with missions. Other missions will have you actually have to like kill or have one of your companions die, which I don't know how I feel about that, but whatever. Either way, the game is gigantically huge. It's going to take you well over 40 hours to do anything with one character, let alone some of the perks change game styles, and there's many different weapon styles to play through. So I'm figuring I'm going to play through this game at least 5 times.
Oh, yeah. I'll probably have 5 or 6 characters.
It's totally worth just $60, but
yeah,
until they get some stuff fixed, it doesn't deserve a 10. So we're going to give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, just because of some of those irritations.
If you want to hear about real irritations, watch the behind the scenes because they'll...
Yeah,
He's going to go into more detail
I had
about
one major technical difficulty with the game.
I'd say major.
Major. Yeah, it was not good.
Our next episode, probably going to be Medal of Honor, I think. The new Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
Jay Crossdress in which episode? Question mark. By Gene Dell. Put in the comments below. Which episode? All of them. Alright. Watch the next episode. And if you guys are wondering, hey, where's the new hired guns? We're working on it. It's just a lot of scheduling and stuff, and we're putting a lot of work into these last 3.
Yeah.
There's only 6. Hopefully you guys like them. Watch the next episode, I guess. Thanks for watching and subscribe.
I come face to face with the Chupacabra himself one night, whilst I was investigating whether this gecko was hiding his treasure from me. He was the meanest, ugliest Chupacabra you could imagine. Had 2 heads and fangs down to the ground. Best I could tell anyways, since when he come up to me he was invisible. Had himself a blunderbuss, what would rotate and shoot bullets real fast out of a backpack. Never seen nothing like it. Walked right past me having an argument with somebody. But I only saw one Chupacabra, so I guess the other fella had to be invisible too. Only more invisible than the other one.